Hey friends, hey everybody, Lois with Ellie Grace's Attic here, and I am going to be doing for you today an Easter egg craft. We are spring breaking this week, and I had a couple of crafts I just haven't been able to get to with you guys, and I'm like, we're going to take the time to do something crafty today. Excuse the red face, I've been doing yard work all morning. That was our outdoor activity today. So much to my little boy's chagrin, we did some yard work, but it's all good. He survived. We got the yard work done, and so he is being rewarded with some extra media time this afternoon, and here I am doing something crafty. So I'm super excited about this. You know, pick up stuff all the time, and I tell you guys all the time, when you're in Dollar Tree, when you're in Dollar General, Family Dollar, you know, well, I always seek out the craft department, the seasonal aisle, all the things, and just to see what they have, what's on sale. It's especially fun to go through those departments after holidays, right? So next week you'll find all the Easter stuff, you know, everything goes on sale. So, you know, I kind of take that opportunity, kind of like after Christmas, you stock up for next year. And so this is a little Easter egg cutout. I got it, yes, at the Dollar Tree. It was $1. It actually, they do sell plain cutouts. If you look, sometimes they'll have them, but this actually was a sign, and it said, hippity hoppity, Easter's on its way. It said something like that. It had glitter, and it was cute, but I just didn't really like the colors for my home decor. So I took a sander to it and just sanded it off. This whole thing cost $1. You can see it's thin. And so I'm just gonna redo it. I'm gonna give it a makeover in the colors that I'm using this year. If you remember the garland that I did for my mantle, had pink and sage and this beautiful like butter yellow, and so we're going to use some of that same fabric today for this Easter egg. And I'm going to use some burlap. I've got some just ribbon scraps here, and we're just going to cover it with this material and see if it comes out as cute as I think it is in my head. So I've got Mod Podge here. You can get this at the Dollar Tree as well. These little, I have a big bottle of it, but at the Dollar Tree you can get these little bottles, and they're squeezy bottles with the spout on it. So those are just a little bit user friendly. So I'm gonna go ahead, and I thought about painting it. You could totally paint this, because I thought in my head, oh, I'll paint some swirlies and some polka dots, but then I remembered I had that material, so I wanted to use it. And I'm just going to squirt the Mod Podge on like so. I'm going to cover it first with the burlap, and that's going to kind of be our base. So I really wanted to do this live for you last week, in case you wanted to try it. You still have time. Easter's not till Sunday, so you still have plenty of time to make an Easter egg, especially if you guys are on spring break. So I'm just laying it. I kind of had this square piece, so I'm just laying it cata-cornered and kind of just smushing it down to get it on there really good. If y'all are watching live today, let me know in the comments. Say hey and where you're watching from. Where y'all up to today? Are you spring breaking it? Of course, as always, we'd love for you to sprinkle the video with your friends. Sprinkle it on the interwebs. That just helps us be seen, and maybe you'll inspire your friends to do something crafty. I'm just gonna put a little bit extra around the edges. I'm using just a sponge. You could totally use a brush. I've even Mod Podge with my fingers. Whatever works. Just gonna kind of go around the edges. Really good. Just turning it around. Now what's good about this is if you wanted to, you could totally, if you wanted to paint, you could totally paint on the back side and do a double-sided Easter egg. Maybe I'll use this side next year and change it up and do something different on the back side next year. I mean, that's not bad for a buck, right? And some scrap material. All right, put my... All right, now I've got this on there really good, okay? And I probably could have sanded it a little bit better, but once we get everything on it, you won't be able to see that. So I got that good. Now I'm gonna take scissors and I'm just gonna trim around my egg on the back side. Super easy. Maybe, there we go. It's like, are my scissors gonna work? Super, super easy. If you've followed me for any length of time, then you know I like inexpensive and easy crafts. Those are my love languages. I'm not sure why my puppy is down there whining. Hopefully nobody's coming to the door. That would be about right, huh? As soon as I started crafting. All right, so now we have a burlap egg. And now I'm gonna try to move some of that out of the way. I'm gonna start with this beautiful, isn't this the most beautiful material? I just love it. Pink is my favorite color, and this yellow just reminds me of my mom. It's so springy. All right, I think I'm just gonna cut a big wide strip. Let me move that Mod Podge. I'm gonna make this the biggest. I'm just doing some stripes. So this is not a fabric scissor. You could tell it didn't even want to cut that. It cut the burlap though. There we go. Now we're cooking. I'm gonna try to. It's okay if your edges might be a little jagged because we're gonna add some ribbon. Just gonna go ahead and cut all the way down. I think it might be time to replace these scissors. Okay. And I have to cut it a little bit bigger. I'm trying to cut it as close as I can so not waste, because I'll still save this. So I got that. We're gonna put that pretty in the middle. Oh, I think I might. Have it off, okay. Then we'll do our, oh, I might have some strips already cut, haha, from when I did my little thing. So this is gonna work out perfect. I've already got these cut from when we did our banner. We'll put the pink at the top. The pink's kinda was hard. That's cute. Awesome sauce. So cute. Okay, so I don't need to cut any of that. Hey. All right, so now I'm gonna move that to the side, and I am going to sprinkle some more glue just right down the middle like that, a big blob, and we'll spread it out on here. add some on our material. You could do this same kind of craft with scrapbook paper. You could just decoupage just about anything. Construction paper would be fun with kids. Scrapbook paper. It'd be fun to do a comic book or funny papers. Couldn't think of funny papers. That would be a cute one. Just let them get one of these little eggs for $1. Again, if it has the sand on there, totally fine. You can, I used a electric hand sander, but you could use sandpaper. I mean, if you're using the right kind of paper, you won't have to sand it off. Just totally cover it. Let them decorate it, or flip it over and let them decorate the part that's plain. That would work as well. Shoot, even if you don't decoupage, you could totally just let them go with some crayons and markers. There is, where there's a will to be creative, there's a way. Just use what you have and have fun. It's my motto. All right, I'm just kind of adding a little extra decoupage glue or Mod Podge around the edges. And I'm gonna, once we get our stripes down, I'm going to go over the top, and that's totally fine because the Mod Podge is going to dry clear. Alright, so now we're going to put this down here for our next little stripe. It's okay to we're going to kind of overlap them just a little bit. My sponge has seen better days. Submission on out. This is a totally good way to use up scrap pieces, whether it be scrapbook paper or material or whatever. Inevitably, when you craft, there are always some leftovers, right? Always. All right, now we're going to do the top. One, like so. I'm curious as to how this might decoupage because it's sheer. We're gonna find out. Again, it should be fine because the decoupage actually dries clear. Oh, and it's got this sheer material, has this like little chenille poofs on it. I don't know how to describe it. So pretty. I know there's a name for that, like these little chenille pom-poms, but it's escaping me right now, so it's okay. All right, now we have some material, some ribbon to go with our material. Trying to see, put it right here. Wish I had more of this lacy material, but I don't. Nope. This was like the last strand I found. So we're gonna make it work. We're just gonna keep adding the glue. Super easy. It down a minute. There we go. Might just take it a minute. y'all hear my dryer going off? Oh, Lois. I might have to get the hot glue out. I'll let that sit. I probably just didn't put enough glue. That's highly possible. Again, where there's a will, there's a way. If it's not reacting well to the Mod Podge, then just get another glue out. Make it work. Oh, this one's cute. Rick Rack. Y'all know I love me some Rick Rack. This is the fun part of crafting, when you get your fingers messy, right? I think glue on your hands is therapeutic. Crafting is therapeutic, but it is not, that part's not wanting to glue. Da, da, da. All right, we're gonna go over, I'm gonna come back with hot glue for this part because it's just not treating me right now, and that's totally okay. We're gonna go ahead though and just kind of go over this just a tad bit with a top coat, okay, and that's just to kind of stiffen up the edges, so to speak, so it's not gonna fray so much. Some of it will fray, and that's okay, but to kind of seal it on there. Let me put this. There we go. All right, we're firing up hot glue gun because we're gonna win. We're gonna beat this ribbon. All right, I got buttons, but I couldn't decide exactly what I wanted to do with the buttons or where I wanted to put them. Maybe I'll put them at the end. All right, while that's heating up, we're just gonna kind of trim. So you'll see this is what we have. Isn't that cute? And we're just gonna kind of turn it over gently. I'm gonna put this little spool of ribbon down just to, so I'm not setting the sticky part down on the table, because I have actually, believe it or not, glued something to the table before. Okay, so we're just kind of going around, trimming off that excess. I think my scissors have a little glue on them. We'll come around, flip that over that way, and do this side. There we go. Whoops. I think I can hold it up now to do the rest. cute. It's cute just like that. Isn't that sweet? Super sweet. So much better than it was. And again, that glue up there is going to dry clear, so you won't see it. All right, I think we might have a little hot glue now. Maybe. I probably, note to self, before you go live, make sure your hot glue gun's on. Anybody feel me? All right, I just did like a sprinkle of hot glue kind of in a line. It's not totally, it's not totally hot just yet. And we'll get that down. We're going to use actually the butt of this thing. There we go. So we got that down. And we're going to do this one. Maybe. So while this is thinking about working, let me talk to you guys. If you are not, we're going to let that heat up just a second or so more. If you are not on our email newsletter, yeah, this one too, it's going to have to be glued one more time, because my glue wasn't hot. Email newsletter. We send out a monthly newsletter. It's usually something fun. It's kind of like a blog. I tell a story or share something special with you guys. And then there's usually something special in it for you, like a first look at a product. There's usually a discount coupon in there for you to use over on the Etsy store. Well, this month in April, there's something fun coming. So if you're not on or subscribed to our email family, then go up to the top of our Facebook page. You'll see a link or a post, a pinned post up there that has a link to get subscribed, to join in on that. There's also, I think, a button on the left-hand side of the Facebook page. So go jump on that. It's free to join it. And who doesn't love coupons and first looks? Like, you get to see our new designs, our new Ellie Grace designs. You get to see those and get access to those really before anybody else does. So that's fun. And the discounts are really good. I think you get a 10% off coupon code as soon as you sign up. And then every month there's some sort of discount or freebie or fun thing to do. And so April this year is a big month for me, and so I wanted to share that with you guys. So go sign up for that, and it's a once a month email. It's not, some places I've signed up for emails and like you get like 5 emails a week, and it's like I can't even keep up with my regular email, much less 5 emails a week from one company. So this is not that. This is once a month. So go jump on that if you're not already. All right, I think we might be hot. Y'all, this is one of those days where nothing wants to do what it's supposed to do. But there we go. Now we might be cooking with some grease. Let's see if we can get it to do its thing. Bless America. Sometimes crafting is just Trial and error till you get it right. Or till you get the desired effect. I won't say right because I really don't think there's a right or wrong way kind of a deal. As long as it ends up looking cute to you and fitting into your home decor, then yay. Okay, if you're like me and you go a little bit outside the lines with the hot glue, don't freak out. Hot glue will peel right off. So we can peel the extra because this ribbon's kind of sort of thin, but we're just going to get it to set in the, oh, I got wispies. Those are always fun. Okay. Just gotta make sure it's down. So cute. I feel like I need a ribbon at the top too, but I don't have another thin ribbon. I'm just gonna do white again, I think. Maybe, or maybe that's where I need to put my buttons. I think that might be it. I think I might have enough to go across the top. I've got these beautiful grandma's buttons again. Can you see that? Isn't that pretty? And then I've got some pretty and pink ones. So I think I might have enough. Let me just kind of place them before I start high gluing and then I run out, because that'd be just my luck. Oh gosh, Lois. I can kind of space them a little bit. Nope, I need pink. Those are all the same. Okay. I was trying to do a pattern, but some of them are the same and some of them aren't. Oh, and don't you know, I do not have, hold on. I happen to have the bucket over here. So, we're gonna make it work. We're gonna pull out some more buttons. We're gonna hot glue these down because this is just too cute. Never be afraid to just experiment. So instead of adding another ribbon up here, I think I'm gonna put that other ribbon down at the bottom. I'm just hot gluing some buttons, pink and white. This is not bad for like $1 investment. The rest of this stuff I had on hand. All right, I need another white button. Here's one. Cute. All right, and for our last little piece, put that away. We're gonna do this white, I think, at the bottom. And then we're gonna put a bow on it and call it done. Could have just left it at those 2 pieces of material that I added on. But how much cuter is this gonna be with all these little extras on here? Anyway. Dun dun dun, maybe. All right. So this is what we have. How cute is that? What? It's turning out kind of like what I had in my head. I mean, we had to bust out some hot glue, but that's okay. I think the ribbons on the top were just a little too heavy to, or maybe it was just the type of the Mod Podge that I was using. I don't know. I've never really had a problem like that, but it might have just been And it possibly could be that Lois is impatient and I couldn't wait long enough, so I decided to use the hot glue. That's okay too. If you can't wait for it to dry, then find another way. As long as it works out in the end, right? So this is what we have. Isn't that cute? Plus some hot glue, extra hot glue. So cute. And we're gonna top it off. I don't think I wanna add anything else to it, with some raffia. We're just gonna do a simple raffia bow. I'm not really, if I wanted to, I think this one is gonna end up as a shelf sitter kind of a deal. But if, oh my goodness, who can ever find the end of the raffia? Like for real. If you know, I mean without this, without making a mess, right? And I'm a crafter from way back, but if you know how to find the end of the raffia without making a mess, let me know. We'll be new BFFs. I just want a couple of, or a few strands long enough to make a bow. So I'm gonna cut it right there. And I'm just gonna throw this over here off camera. Oh, y'all have to laugh at me. A day in the life, I'm telling you. All right, and so I am just going to tie bow. Nothing special. I say I'm a tie bow. There we go. Raffia is one of those things. It was super big in the 90s. It's been around for a long time. It's just one of those, kind of like a button. It's something most people have, or it's very easily found. It's not expensive, but it's just an easy way to add that final finishing touch on, I'm trying to pull it tight. There we go. On your projects. That last little finishing touch, you're looking at it and you're like, oh, that needs a little something, something. Throw some raffia on there, right? All right, so I'm gonna hot glue this sucker at the top, and all I did, I tied a very simple bow. Super easy. I'm gonna put a good little dollop of hot glue at the top, and I'm gonna hot glue that sucker. All right. Cute. All right. This is what we have. Isn't that the sweetest little Easter egg you ever did see? I love it. Look how cute. $1. And if I wanted to get crazy, I could paint this side too later and just maybe change the bow. But this little cutout, $1 at the Dollar Tree. It had a glittery purple and blue sand thing on this side, which was cute, but I just really didn't fancy it for my house. So I put some Mod Podge. I Mod Podged down some burlap, and then I just covered it with some scrap material that I had and some ribbon. I hot glued the ribbon on because I couldn't wait for the Mod Podge to dry. And then I put some pretty buttons up here and topped it with some raffia. I mean, it didn't take long at all. The longest part was me waiting for my hot glue gun to heat up because I forgot to turn it on. So easy peasy, and this could totally be something fun for the kids to do this week. If you swing by Dollar Tree or even Dollar General and they have any of these, scoop them up. If you don't want to let them glue, you could just let them color them. It'd be fun. Let them draw what they think of Easter on here, or fun things like that. we're spring breaking it, so I'm trying to think of like all the things for Jordan to do this week. So it's a fun activity to keep him busy and get creative. So thank you, Amy. Thank you. Amy says it's super cute. I think so too. So now I gotta go find the perfect place for it in the living room. So I love you guys. Thanks for hanging out with me today and doing something crafty. I hope this inspires you to get creative, and I hope you guys all have a happy and blessed Easter. I have a couple more crafts I've got laid out behind me, so I might be back this week with something else crafty for you. So you guys have a great rest of the day. Take care.